Willie McGee or a Whitey Herzog or Danny Cox or calling your dad at the end of the day saying, boy, this was something else. Do you have a great memory?
It was opening day in '89 when I broke with the team, and I pitched on opening day in front of my family at Shea Stadium, and that was probably the biggest highlight. Plus, I didn't give up any runs, so that was also a plus.
Did you grow up? You didn't grow up a Cardinals fan, right? Were you a Mets fan?
I was a Met fan growing up. My father grew up a Dodger fan. He lived in the Bronx, which was kind of ironic.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
He's rooting for the Dodgers, and he lives in the Bronx, close to Yankee Stadium.
He's lucky he lived to tell about it.
Wasn't it cool, though, to talk to your dad, or to your parents, to your friends after that first big league appearance?
Yeah, that was pretty neat. My dad actually drove down with my brother the next night after I struck out the side in the 14th inning to get the win in relief, and waking him up at the fire department in New York City was a big thrill, because back then it wasn't as much media as it is now, so he had to find out through a phone call from me.
Yeah, he can't get on a phone and click, 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 and all of a sudden he knows
Nah, it was before
that.
all of this started.
And to think of the teammates that you played with. I mean, Hall of Famers like Ozzie Smith, you played with Willie McGee, with Pendleton, with
Tony Payne.
With Tony Payne, a great group of guys.
I didn't mean to slide a Padre in there.
That's
We'll
okay.
stick with the Cardinals. I played for Whitey Herzog, a Hall of Fame manager.
Whitey, they say, is the one guy who I think most ball players really wanted to play for. He treated you guys quite well, didn't he?
Yeah, with Whitey, he had only two rules: show up on time and bust your tail when you were there.
And then, and after the game, and we were talking before, after the game is when you really learned a lot about baseball, was in Whitey's office when you would sit down and talk to the rat about what happened today's game.
Yeah, it wouldn't be in his office, but it'd be over near the Bud and Bud Light taps. Myself, Danny Cox, John Tudor, and guys like that would sit around and just talk about the ball game and have a few pops.
How tough a competitor was Tudor?
Tudor was unbelievable. He didn't throw real hard, but he could paint corners, and he knew how to pitch. He was a pitcher, not a thrower. A lot of guys come out and try and just blow you away. He knew how to pitch.
Who taught you the most, in your opinion, as you were a kid and you're at the staff? The one great thing that the Cardinals have, I think, now, certainly when Chris Carpenter was on the ball club and Adam Wainwright, young pitchers, guys like Walker, Shelby, Miller, they learn a lot from these veterans. Who was that guy to you? Who was your mentor?
On the big league club or in the minor leagues?
Big league club.
Big league club was Bob Forsch.
Okay.
Bob talked to you a little bit about holding the baseball to throw a better slider and some of the nuances of the game that you didn't think about. So Bob was a big influence on me.
You follow baseball now. I mean, you know the Cardinals are mighty good.